Try to imagine a world without Walt Disney, a world without his magic, whimsy, and optimism. Walt Disney transformed the entertainment industry into what we know today. He pioneered the fields of animation and found new ways to teach and educate. Walt Disney was born on December 5, 1901 in Chicago, Illinois, to his father Elias Disney and mother Flora Cole Disney. Walt was one of 5 children, 4 boys and a girl. After Walt's birth, the Disney family moved to Marceline, Missouri, where Walt lived most of his childhood. Walt had very early interest in art. He would often sell drawings to neighbors to make extra money. He pursued his art career by studying art and photography by going to McKinley High School in Chicago. Though his father often could be quite stern and there was little money, Walt was encouraged by his mother and older brother Roy to pursue his talents. During the fall of 1918, Disney attempted to enlist for military service. He was rejected because he was underage, only 16 years old at the time. Instead, Walt joined the Red Cross and was sent overseas to France, where he spent a year driving an ambulance and chauffeuring Red Cross officials. His ambulance was covered from stem to stern, not with stock camouflage, but with Disney cartoons. Once Walt returned from France, he began to pursue a career in commercial art. He started a small company called Laughograms, which eventually fell bankrupt. With his suitcase and $20, Walt headed to Hollywood to start anew. After making a success of his Alice comedies, Walt became a recognized Hollywood figure. On July 13, 1925, Walt married one of his first employees, Lillian Bounds, in Lewiston, Idaho. Later on, they had 2 daughters, Diane and Sharon.
In 1928, Walt Disney himself created Mickey Mouse. Disney's first sound film, Steamboat Willie, a cartoon starring Mickey, was released on November 18, 1928. It was the first cartoon to feature synchronized sound. Steamboat Willie premiered at B.S. Moses Colony Theater in New York City, now known as the Broadway Theater.
In 1932, the production entitled Flowers and Trees, the first color cartoon, won Walt Disney First of his Studio's Academy Awards. In 1937, he released The Old Mill, the first short subject to utilize the multiplane camera technique. On December 21, 1937, Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs, the first full-length animated musical feature, premiered at the Carthay Theater in Los Angeles. The film produced at the unheard cost of $1,499,000 during the depths of the Depression. The film is still considered one of the great feats and imperishable moments of the motion picture industry. During the next 5 years, Walt Disney Studios completed other full-length animated classics such as Pinocchio, Fantasia, Dumbo, and Bambi. Walt Disney had a vision of a place where children and parents could have fun together. The more Walt dreamed of a magical park, the more imaginative and elaborate it became. The original plans for the park were on 8 acres next to the Burbank Studios, although World War II put those plans on hold. During the war, Walt had time to come up with new ideas and creations for his magical park. It was soon clear that 8 acres wouldn't be enough. He needed space to build rivers, waterfalls, and mountains. He would have flying elephants and giant teacups, a fairy tale castle, moon rockets, and a scenic railway, all inside a magic kingdom he called Disneyland. Disneyland was expensive. Walt once said, "I could never convince the financiers that Disneyland was feasible, because dreams offer too little collateral." So Walt turned to television for his financial support. Walt Disney's Disneyland television series offered a glimpse of the future project. This brought the idea of Disneyland into reality for Walt. Walt also had planned for an exotic tropical plane in a far-off region of the world, called Adventureland. Walt said, "To create a land that would make this dream reality, we pictured ourselves far from civilization, in the remote jungles of Asia and Africa." Frontierland was made to relive the pioneer days of the American frontier. Walt said, All of us have a cause to be proud of our country's history, shaped by pioneering spirit of our forefathers. Our adventures are designed to give you the feeling of having lived, even for a short while, during our country's pioneer days. Fantasyland was created with the goal to make dreams come true, from the lyrics of When You Wish Upon a Star. Walt said, "What youngster has not dreamed of flying with Peter Pan over moonlit London, or tumbling into Alice's nonsensical Wonderland?" In Fantasyland, these classic stories of everyone's youth have become realities for youngsters of all age to participate in. Fantasyland would feature a large Sleeping Beauty castle and a fantasy village. Tomorrowland was created as a look at the marvels of the future. Walt said, "Tomorrow can be a wonderful age. Our scientists today are opening the doors of the space age to achievements that will benefit our children and generations to come. The Tomorrowland attractions have been designed to give you an opportunity to participate in adventures that are a living blueprint of our future." Walt Disney's dream of a clean and organized amusement park came true as Disneyland Park opened in 1955. By 1965, 10 years after opening day, 50 million visitors had come through the gates. Even though Walt Disney wasn't able to see how his park and his company prospered and grew into the 21st century, his legacy still lives on with us. Walt Disney is a legend, a folk hero of the 20th century. His worldwide popularity was based upon the ideals which his name represents: imagination, optimism, creation, and self-made success in the American tradition. He brought us closer to the future while telling us of the past. It is certain that there will never be such a great a man as Walt Disney.